How's it going, everybody? Viscount Gregor Hawke here, and welcome to my 100 shots a day for 100 days Pell challenge. This is my day 55. And today I figured I'd break up the monotony just a little bit. I don't do this very often, but I have been training 50 some days and I haven't been practicing my left very often, except for the first day, which is actually pretty funny. So I'm going to do, and this might be clown shoes because I haven't done this in years, but I start out by just kind of doing a flow. And mainly, see, my left is really clown shoes, but the big thing I'm after is snap and then bringing the sword up for house so I can catch a block this way, freeing up this hand for the shot. It's either going to be just a basic chop to the body or it's going to be a wrap, especially if I can't do the step. Like if I fire my snap here and I just can't step in time because this foot's the leading foot, I'll catch the house. If they're going to fire here and I'll catch here and I'll actually wrap. But if I can step deep, I'll likely just go for the chop really quick and just throw this out as the house block. I can either pick it up here or here. So I'm pretty defended. But the big thing is people that don't generally train their left, if they're right hand dominant, actually end up using this thing as a very skinny shield for the most part. They don't use the left as much. So I'm just going to do a little bit of flow training instead of blabbing because I know it's going to feel weird because I haven't done this in a very long time. So snap, house, wrap, snap, house, wrap. So in the beginning, I'm just going to do the flow. And what I do to kind of get warmed up is just snap, house, belt grab with this sword, snap, house. And this feels very weird because I haven't trained this, and we're talking years. So you can see it's like my arm on my right, very strong, with my left. And plus this isn't a shaped handle, so it's completely rounded. It's horrible, so it slides around in my hand. But my left feels very strange to me. So what that tells me is I need to work in my left into all my training episodes. Because what happens, I go out there, I get armed. It's like, oh crap. My honorable opponent gets to either choose to keep their weapon or their shield or yield it if they're so inclined. They definitely don't have to. And then I'm stuck fighting single sword with a weak arm I haven't trained with, so that's kind of horrible. All right. I'm telling you. And I'm a nice one, dudes. I mean, this tells me I really need to practice this like a lot because it's bad. Especially my left. And the thing is my left never has to be as good as my right. What my left needs to be good at is just fundamentally when I catch these blocks, cross blocks, that sword comes in maybe a nanosecond after I'm catching the block. So I really you don't need to be freaking like super next level godly. You just need to block and either do that or block and do that. And you just don't have to be awesome. You just have to get the timing and get it used to kind of doing that shit again. But yeah, my buddy Sebastian is, that's ugly. My buddy Sebastian is talking about going to left pretty soon. And this is really bad because the sword just keeps rotating in my hand. I think I used this one time. I was in a rush to get it done at a Renaissance fair. So I have literally no time. Okay, now I think I'm gonna practice combos now, I'm thinking. And this sword is gonna rotate all day long in my hand, so it's gonna be really tough for me not to know. And I kinda need to know, because I'm training and I don't want to train in a bad technique and like land a bunch of crap flat. Although, my sword really wouldn't be rotating, I suppose. Ooh, that's weird with it being light. Alright, that's not gonna work. Alright, so just gonna deal with it, I suppose. Yeah, pretty much scared. And what's going to be really funny, oh my god, man, I didn't take my ring off and it hurts. Now we're going to be doing the other side, which ought to be pretty interesting, to say the least. Right comes in great. Left hand, not so much. Sorry, I love you, baby. Taking off my wedding ring. Oh my god. It's like I still have it on. Super happy that my back isn't freaking destroying me today, but I didn't want to do the shield. Just in case. Oh wow, that's so much better. The ring's not pinching me. And it's really funny too, when I fight Florentine, when I used to fight it a lot, I fight just like this. I have him back on my stick, my shoulder, just exactly like that. It's really funny until I get to right about here, and then they come out like this, off my shoulder. But yeah, I think I might pick it up again here pretty soon. I definitely need to work my left though. If I'm going to do anything like that, that's horrible, my foot looks horrible. So I still need to recognize this. Snap here, they fire. So snap here, they fire. I step across in house, right. So that's what I want to be training. I want to be training the angle changes. I do not want to be training this crap. That's really bad. You really want to get your opponent to fight this angle right here and immediately fire into you, hopefully coming from that direction. I mean, if they do want to fire back over this way, you can still just catch the outside and pop them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that angle is key. You know, it's like lay on. You start approaching, you can be linear all you want to right up until you get to this line. That's when you choose your destiny. Which side are you going to? And I really want to get this. Step them here, get them to plant, get them to rotate in this direction and fire. And as they're doing that, I just stop them. And I change my angle and step across. That's much better. Except for the hand sword rotating in my daggone hand over and over. I really am itching to work on my left some. I've been just like super hyper focused on getting the route to 10K. Man, I feel clumsy. I don't know what it is. I do these steps with my shield all day long. Ugly. It is ugly, folks. This is what happens when you don't train something and you're trying to start something fresh. And it's not going to do me any good to do 50 million takes to make myself look freaking awesome. Mostly because I do this for myself. So I can go back and look at all the freaking clown shoes when I started to try to do something new. So this one I'm basically training for they throw in a backhand at me when I snap with this hand, because I can still, I'm going to be training this too. When I snap here with the left and they fire, because it's actually just a bait. So I can catch the shot and pass around the other side. I'm very big on training those outside blocks. And it's something I've done since I picked up Center Boss. Those outside blocks. And I was working with Viscount Henrik Mara on those a few years back. But I can't stress enough how powerful it is for you to be a two-sticker and know how to catch those outside blocks, because every single time you catch an outside block, you basically have two swords on their inside of their on the inside, because their sword's going to be out here, and you basically have two swords. You either fire this one or fire this one, which I prefer anyway with the staff. But it's very powerful. If you can catch them on either side, you have both of your swords on the inside of their defense. And it's really funny when I fought Florentine, I don't have a lot of combinations, guys. Like, it's very rudimentary. I mean, you attack me, you throw a blow, and what I do a lot dictates on what you would have done to begin with. Or when I throw the shot, what you do. Either you go for this side of my head or the next, usually. And I'm either blocking here and coming in with a wrap or a snap. And that's it. I mean, that's it, honestly. And Florentine guys fighting right-handed versus right-handed, when they're right-handed dominant, let me put it this way, they have the ability to wreck people, especially if you just wait for them, you're fighting, and they cross measure with their sword blade. Whenever they do that, it always exposes that side. And when somebody that's right-handed faces me and takes a step in with their left, I mean, they're kind of screwed, because I can come all the way down and almost hit that other butt cheek on the other side if I was so inclined. With just a simple, very rudimentary, very rudimentary round. Just like that. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Just an ugly wrap. Which won't be so ugly after I train this quite a bit. But yeah, what I do for Florentine, or pretty much any style, is I train for situations. Those that I can create and those that I recognize. And that situation right there is going to come up a lot. I'm going to fire, they're going to fire from my head. I'm just going to step in, catch on house. And I'm gonna leave this in house as I throw that wrap. As I clear out. Feels very clown shoesy right now, but I kind of like it. Since I got a bit close on that. You don't want to smother yourself when you're throwing wraps. A lot of people think you have to be super duper close, and that's actually not the case. It's better that you're not so close. And I am mostly practicing wraps right now instead of the snaps because it's about that time. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm ready to just start training wraps. I'm a little short on the snaps. I'm probably about 9K maybe. But I'm going to be training it a lot anyway with my daily routines, so it doesn't matter. Except for today, because I'm just doing something different. Just because I wanted to. Back's feeling half decent, which is making me happy. But yeah, if you notice, I'm doing something different. But it's the same. Like if I were to be serious about going back to Florentine, my daily routine would be doing this shit over and over. Practicing those wraps on both sides with both hands. Practicing the snap to the body. Both hands, both sides. You know, a lot. Over 10,000 times. But really, it's kind of what it takes. Now we'll probably practice that more often than I'll practice that. Because I'm going to be facing right-handed fighters more often. And that will be a bread and butter. A very much bread and butter. Especially with the angle changes. The angle changes, and I don't need to be freaking almighty God with left hand technique to pull it off. I just don't need to. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll be back to the same old, except for, I moved my pit a little bunch, I noticed the lines are one. With the exception, I'm going to be incorporating wrap in there again. And I'll probably, just for craps and giggles, find a reason to work my left, because Lord God, I need it. Like my right is super strong. Left, not so much. Not anymore, and I used to be decent. So. And the way I got decent was doing stuff like this. Over and over and over. I'm already thinking of, all right. Now it's time to start training in situations where you fire and you catch the outside. But yeah, I kind of miss Florentine, everybody. It's really fun. It is really fun. Especially if you like to wrap people in the body all day. That was bad. Yeah, that felt actually pretty decent. Yeah, not feeling too bad. Bet you after about 2 or 3 weeks of doing that, if I focused on it a lot, man, shit, I could show up to a practice, see how I was doing. Put too much thought in outside block, screwed up left wrap. That's why it is still Frankenstein, because I have to think about it. I don't know how many of you have ever watched the anime Berserk, but that outside block, where you're looking through basically that triangle, reminds me so much of Griffith and freaking Guts fighting it out. But yeah, I'm very much one of those cross-blocky guys. When I'm fighting Florentine, similar to the Bellatrix style. I mean, they like it out here, a lot of cross blocks, and a lot of answers. Every time they block, they answer you. And I kind of like that. Kind of aggressive. I don't like it out so much here. I kind of like to rest them on my shoulders until I cross measure. But yeah, very much cross-blocky. I don't like to say they fire a shot for this side. I prefer to use this sword because I can just come under your sword with my sword. Right as yours lands, mine lands. So your arm's already up. So I always fire right into the body. Got caught up into thinking. It's like, what am I gonna do next? And likely, in most cases, when I'm starting here, they're gonna come right over the top. So I should be practicing this one like this. In most cases. In most cases. And they would block that. I know I would be thinking this side of the head, because they've got both of their swords on this side of the body. That's what's so deceptive about that outside block. You look so freaking open, and so much of a juicy target in that moment, that they just want to hit you. But you just pick that outside block up, it's beautiful. Alright, it's late at night. I really should be getting to go to bed. I felt like doing something different today since I was feeling better. So I hope you don't mind the massive amount of clown shoes, guys, because it's clown shoes. By no means am I ready to teach anybody Florentine. Like, seriously. But what I do in my training, as you can see, it kind of doesn't matter what I'm training, I go through the same process. It's like over and over, like practicing these same situations that I can create and that present themselves a lot to me for many different people. So what I need to do, so when I fire here and I'm here, catch the block here, I step, and now what I need to do is I need to focus on bringing my guard up as I clear, because this whole training, that thing where I'm just kind of leaving it like that, that's just, you will do that in a practice, you will do that in a tournament, you will do it, I promise. What you train is what you do. And if you ingrain in a bad habit when you're clearing out of range, you better damn well believe it, you're gonna do it in a tournament when it really should not to happen, and you're gonna get frustrated. But yeah, a lot of what I do, everybody, I don't, like, I used to want to get in and just rumble until the person dies or I die. You know, none of this, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you kind of boom, and then you clear. All right, time to make a new plan. Clear. All right, time to make a new plan. None of that whole just flirt. I mean, it works for some people, but it gets really dangerous after about the fourth or fifth shot. It really does. You got to think about it in a way. If this was real life and you were going to freaking live or die, you better practice good habits while you can on pills. So when it matters most, in a tournament, then you go out there and you just worry about having fun and a good time. And what happens, happens. Yeah, it's starting on my left hand. As funny as it sounds, it's kind of feeling a little bit better now that I'm working it, because by God, in the beginning, I was like, I'm going to do something different, and I'm like, God, man, I'm going to go out there and look like a freaking idiot. Seriously, because I haven't used my left in forever, and I like rarely get armed, but you know, you better train for those situations. Because I tell you what, if your honorable opponent chooses to keep their shield against you and you have not practiced your left, you are dead. You are extra dead, unless you get super lucky. Yeah, it still kind of feels rudimentary at best, but you know, that's enough. It really is enough. And especially now that, I mean, I'm not even putting power on it yet. And it's still kind of, I have to think. It's not natural like all my other stuff I do. It really isn't. I have to think about my feet. I have to think about my hands. Especially my left hand. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. Kind of an outside block, kind of just gonna get destroyed in the head. Alright, just so I do them, because I haven't not done them, I need to do some snap sauce. Just a little bit, because this is a longer video. A lot of me blabbing. A lot of me trying to do old drills and things I was doing back in the day when I was quarantined. And it's fun. I mean, I love to play quarantine, but it's another one of those pick up the style, kind of play with it, figure out strengths and weaknesses, and then use that knowledge against other quarantine fighters. Back is starting to twinge a bit. I think I might have overdone it, but no sharp pains at least. So I'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you in the next episode where I'm going to be doing wraps. Have a good one. Peace.